Buoyancy in the markets this Thursday afternoon, but it's clearly the metals pack that is shining, and how that index is your top sectoral gainer. Names like OMDC, SAIL, Tata Steel, NMDC, they're all buzzing away in today's trading session. Let's decode the overall global demand-supply dynamic and find out a little bit more about what's driving this move in metal stocks. We're joined right now by Peter McGuire. He's the Chief Executive Officer at XM Australia. Good to have you on board, Peter. Let's just talk a little bit about the overall environment right now and what you're seeing with the global demand-supply dynamics for metal stocks and the overall commodities sector. Are the dynamics looking rather favorable, and how are you looking at the China carbon neutral move as well as the tightness that we're seeing in inventory for the rest of the world?
Well, good afternoon. What a question. And yes, it's certainly an exciting time for miners and any producers. The overall demand, I think the first part is, from Biden's thoughts as far as $2 trillion plus for a infrastructure spend. You've got other countries all through Asia going through, massive booms as far as construction, and the overall demand picture for copper, lead, nickel, zinc, you name it, will all be extremely high over the coming years. So I think that all plays very favourably for all the metal producers and, of course, the price on the market.
Mm-hmm. Right, and we've been connecting as well with a lot of corporate voices, and they're of the view that this kind of a move and this kind of a rise in output is here to stay. What's the sense that you're getting when it comes to the fundamental story for metals, steel players back home?
Well, I think it's good. Very much it's going to be for the long run. I still believe that the super cycle never really went away. Many people will debate that and say, oh, come on, it finished well and truly around, 16, 17 or 18. But I just think it goes through a hibernation period whilst you're still catching up, and then you've got so many different moving parts all working collectively. We've got the greatest chance to come out of here and be a commodity cycle for another 15 years. Absolutely pedal to the metal, because infrastructure and COVID. So every country is going to have to raise employment and rebuild their countries, the ones that certainly need it. And the world's changing so quickly. So from underground metros to new railway systems, it's just crisscrossing nations and crisscrossing the world, and then that overall demand. So, yes, I strongly believe that there's plenty of upside for many, many years for that whole sector.
Thanks very much. The bullish outlook continues to be maintained. Peter, it's good to have you on board. Let's hear it out then from the management of SAIL, as well as VR Sharma of JSPL and the management of JSW Steel as well, talking about the exuberance that we've seen in the stock prices of late, as well as their fundamentals.